Hey guys, so today I want to talk about Sword and Shield booster boxes and, kind of admit that I'm probably wrong on a couple of these boxes. I thought we were going to see stagnation on a lot of these, but there's some breaking the rules. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show a quick clip, a couple minutes long, of the polls from last night. I'm sure some of you saw my post. My girlfriend and I opened a couple 2022 collector's chests. Obviously, my brain wasn't even thinking about content at the time, but she pulled the Gengar VMAX alt art from Fusion Strike and the Beedrill V alt art from Astral Radiance in 5 packs, her first 5 packs ever. So there's going to be a clip of that at the end of the video if you want to watch it. But to get into today's video, I did theorize that a lot of these Sword and Shield booster boxes were going to start to stagnate. And, some of them have, like Chilling Rain is starting to stagnate. Fusion Strike is definitely reaching a point of resistance and stagnating. And Evolving Skies has been stagnant for a very long time now, 2.5 months or so, 2 months. But there are some boxes that aren't stagnating and are just seeing slow growth. So Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike's first pump got it to around 230. It's slowly moving up into 240, 245 range. On top of that, we've seen the 3-pack blisters sell out on the Pokemon Center. The sleeved boosters just sold out like a day ago. So people are still buying Fusion Strike. And I didn't put Fusion Strike super high when I was ranking Sword and Shield boxes. I put Chilling Reign above it. With every passing day, it seems like Fusion Strike is overtaking Chilling Reign, even in my eyes. And it's like, it's really just, it's not a contest at this point. Fusion Strike definitely seems to be more sought after. The chase of the Gengar and the Espeon and even the Mew is just pulling it ahead. But yeah, Fusion Strike is continuing to grow, which is surprising to me because I kind of expected this to sit around that 230 mark, even though it's pushing up to 245 now. Maybe it'll continue to go. We're going to have to watch this over the next couple months. But Astral Radiance is another one that continues to move up. So obviously, Astral was sitting quite flat. It sold out on the Pokemon Center, came back in, dropped back down. But over the past 3 months, since it went back out again, it is slowly moving up into that 175 range. It's selling 185 yesterday, 195, and then 176. So it's selling around that 185 average. So it definitely is continuing to move up. And then finally, this one is surprising to me. Brilliant Stars is up to 192.95 and it's selling for pretty much 198 every day at this point, or pretty much almost every day on TCG Player. I know a lot of stores in Canada are selling this. I think like the cheapest I've seen online is like 260 Canadian, which is pretty close to $200. So yeah, I mean it's continuing to move after it's sold out. It was sitting around that 167, or before then, it moved up, sold out on the Pokemon Center, moved up to about 180. I didn't think it was gonna move too much higher than that. I thought it was gonna kind of slow down, maybe hit 200, but I thought that might take a couple months. The fact that it's moved from around 180, 185 up to almost $200 over the past month is surprising to me. I really didn't expect Brilliant Stars to reach this level this fast. So some of these sets I thought were going to slow down are just continuing to go. And I mean, we'll look at some of the cards, right? Like the Gengar, it did push 400. It's dropping back down a bit. Also, some people have asked me if we're going to sell the cards we pulled last night. We are going to sell the Gengar. My girlfriend doesn't have any super sentimental attachment to it. We might keep the Beedrill though because it was the first hit. And the Beedrill actually looks pretty solid. You'll see in the clip. The Gengar has like a couple small white spots on the back. But yeah, crazy. The price increase on some of these. Espeon's over 200. The Mew VMAX sitting around $90. The Mew V Alt Art, almost 60. And then the Celebi has moved up into fifth, basically in the main set. This is from the prize pack series, but almost $50 on that. So the card values have just exploded and continue to go. It makes sense. The Gengar, now that I've seen one in person, like wow, I really do understand it, right? Like it's a beautiful artwork. It's got nice colors to it and everything. So yeah, it makes sense to me why, it's one of the most sought after cards in Sword and Shield. Astral Radiance, some of these cards have exploded too. Like the Machamp V, we were just talking about it breaking $100 like a couple months ago. It's $184 now. It's almost caught up to the Charizard from Brilliant Stars, which is just insane. The Starmie V with Misty is almost $60. Dialga, Origin Form Dialga V over 50. Palkia V down at 44. And if I'm gonna be honest, like I kind of like the Palkia more than the Dialga. That's just me, my subjective opinion. But interesting, Garchomp's over $40 as a trainer gallery card. The Beedrill again $38 USD. And yeah, I mean I love this card in person too. It's a really beautiful artwork. Um, just crazy. It's unbelievable. Hisuian Sneasler V, and then some Rainbow Iridia cards, and everything else after that. But yeah, the Machamp V, $184 at this point, just insane. And then finally, we'll look at Brilliant Stars. The Charizard V is $197, almost breaking 200 at this point. Really interesting. The Rainbow Charizard 57, that's held pretty steady. Arceus V made a huge move up to 47. The Umbreon VMAX $40. Obviously, Umbreon huge pump. Umbreon V Trainer Gallery 33. Sylveon VMAX 31. It kind of makes sense that these cards have moved up. I did think they're kind of undervalued at what they were, and it's nice to finally see that people are realizing Brilliant Stars has some depth to it. Mimikyu V at 26, interesting. The VMAX at 25, pretty close. Sylveon V as well, the Trainer Gallery, and then just a bunch of other depth cards as well, the Galarian Birds and stuff like that. But yeah, the Charizard V is almost $200. But to me, it's amazing that the Machamp V is essentially caught up to it. Just absolutely insane. And then Gengar push 400. It's dropping back down a little bit over the past couple weeks, but just insane. Yeah, I really thought a lot of these sets were going to start to flatline. They haven't. They're continuing to slowly move up. This is something I want to keep my eye on because I did say I expected a ton of these sets just to flatline and do nothing for the next 3 or 4 months. And some of these are proving me wrong. Like I really didn't expect Brilliant Stars to move this much. Insane graph over the past couple months. And even Astral Radiance, right? Like it's surprising to me that this thing is continuing to move up. And we're seeing sales almost at $200 some days. So pretty wild. Listed medians at 206 as well. So yeah, wild for sure. Evolving Skies, I think that was a safe bet when I said that was going to flatline. I think that'll continue to flatline, but maybe some of these other sets, maybe it's because people think Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars is undervalued compared to Lost Origin and Chilling Reign and stuff like that. So who knows? But we're going to keep an eye on this for sure. Keep an eye on the single prices as well, especially for the Gengar, the Espeon, the Machamp V. I mean, maybe it gets to $200. Who knows? And then the Charizard V, which is pretty close to 200, might break it at some point as well. So that's all I got for the video. You're going to see a clip of me, actually vlogging here in a second, and you can take a look at those cards if you're interested. And yeah, we'll cut to that right now. All right, guys, so I'm just going to put a quick clip in here of the pulls we got last night. I was having an annoying time last night. I was trying to send these collector's chests off to Amazon, and it wasn't letting me send them off for some reason in the same batch with other things. So I got so annoyed, I said, screw it, I'm not sending these off. And then I asked my girlfriend, I was like, hey, do you want to just like open one of these each for the for the sake of just having some fun and whatnot? And she pulled this Beedrill on her second pack, and this thing's actually like pretty mint. I mean, I'll show you guys the back here, but the front, I actually thought there was print lines on these, but I realized afterwards it's just my top loader. Small brain moment. But you can see the back here. The back actually looks really clean. It's got pretty decent centering, and I don't think it's going to show up in this video too well because I'm a really bad cameraman. But that's it. Here's the Gengar. Let me just slide this over here. This thing again, I thought it had a print line. It's just the top loader, so it actually doesn't. But the front looks pretty good actually. It's got really good centering. The one unfortunate thing is right here on the back. It's got decent centering, but as you can see, right at the top, I'm not sure if that's going to show up right here in the top corner, there is a nick, a small white mark. So the odds this would be a 10, I highly doubt it. There might be other issues too. But you guys let me know. I mean, if something has one small mark, maybe it can still be a 10. I'm not too sure. I don't grade. Centering looks pretty good to me on both of these, but yeah, I mean, it was so comical, man. Like she's never even thought that opening packs was a thing. Second pack, we went Astral first, and then Silver Tempest, and then Fusion Strike. Second pack, she pulls the Beedrill, and then final pack, the one Fusion Strike that comes in these, because there's There's two Astral, two Fusion, or sorry, two Astral, two Silver Tempest, and one Fusion. And the one pack she pulled the Gengar. And I pulled nothing, but I mean, we're not mad. Just an insane pull. So yeah, I'm going to throw this in the end of the video. So this is going to be the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.